Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you all are having a wonderful Friday, enjoying your Friday. Yes, yay. It is Friday. There's some reasons to be excited and be happy about today because it's now the weekend, y'all. It is now, once you get over the work hump, once you get this day over with, 'tis the weekend. And then also at the same time, shoot, man, I can't forget to say happy Halloween to everybody who's going to be celebrating. You know, some people are going to be celebrating it. Some people are not. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, if you're not, there's nothing wrong with you not celebrating Halloween. I ain't mad at you about that. You feel me? All right. So good morning. Happy Halloween, All Hallows Eve for all y'all beautiful people out there. Do me a favor before we get things started, because we do have a lot to talk about, and I have a very little bit of time to be on today. Like I say before, like I always say, I'm not on for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. All right. So hit that like button down below. Do not forget to do that. And also hit that subscribe button to be greatly appreciated. Like I say, we work hard out here in these streets. There's been some things that have been developing as of late that has been insane. And this story keeps developing, getting more and more insane. And of course, it's got my eyes are on it. I am intrigued. Consider me pulled all the way in to this story because I care about these kids, y'all. These kids, this is really, really sad. This whole thing is extremely, extremely sad. And we're going to be talking about it. And of course, I'm going to be doing a recap for those who don't know about this situation, for those of y'all who are stumbling in and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to say, Catherine Rodriguez, hey, Pascal, I love your videos. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to you, you crazy Scorpio. Also, the story is just inhumane. Skeletal remains of their young brother in the same home they share with no electricity. RIP, and help these kids. Rest in peace, of course, and help the kids. Absolutely. Happy birthday to you, Catherine. And I hope you're having a good one. You know what I'm saying? And wherever you are watching this show right here, whatever neck of the woods you're watching this show right now. So happy birthday to you. And all you crazy Scorpios that are starting to, birthdays are starting to pop off. One of my good friends' birthday is today as well. So I'll just say happy birthday to Alex. Happy birthday. Hopefully it's a dope one for you and all that. And we will most likely be seeing you later on tonight anyway to celebrate your birth. But anyway, we do have some stuff to talk about. There's a lot of things going on, obviously. You see it in the title. It's not the best title in the world. But as you already know, there has been a terrible, horrific tragedy that happened in Houston in an apartment complex where 3 boys were found basically abandoned, living and dealing with their dead brother in another room. They have been left there by themselves for well over, several months, close to a damn year, to the point where this dead body, the 8-9-year-old boy that was found there, the body decayed so much that it was skeletal remains. Now, we've talked about this several different times, or a couple different times. There has been more developing information, like the mother and the boyfriend, these 2 pieces of trash, finally were brought in and charged. At first, they were brought in and questioned. Let's just remind you guys of that, which really grinds my gears, to be really, really honest. It really angers me to beyond what I can explain right now. It pisses me off that they were brought in, they were questioned, and then they were let go. And then medical examiner finally said, "Oh, nope, that's a homicide," and finally brought them back in, charging them. Now, I do have some video clips that I want to show you guys because we gotta talk about this. But now there's apparently new information saying that the eldest of the children has been missing since September. I'm not kidding. This isn't, like I said, doesn't make any sense to me. I'm still wrapping my mind around this. We got to look at a couple clips. I got a news article as well, explaining like one of the grandparents, one of the grandmothers have stepped out to defend, not to defend Gloria Williams, which is the mother of these children, but actually defend the family. Because all of us have been saying, well, what's up with the family dough? Sup with the family dough? You're telling me none of them saw any of the heads up? Nobody saw how bad this woman really was, how toxic their family was, how toxic the mother was in this family with these children, right? So apparently, one of the grandmothers, another one, because this woman does have 6 children, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Children from my understanding, 3 different men. So one of the grandmothers stepped out and basically said, we tried to help out. We tried to reach out to them. We tried to make some stuff happen. And this woman refused countless times. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Because in my mind, I'm like, is that enough? Was them just going up to the mother of these children, to Gloria, and saying, hey, we need you to give us the children so we can take care of them. And she just says, nope. And they're like, the grandparents and extended family are just like, okay, and just walk away. Like, did they try hard enough? Did they really try? Or did they just sit down with her one day and just say, hey, we want to take these kids, right? And really actually try. Sin, Vera, you ain't wrong. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. And a lot of this to me is too little, way too little, and way too late, because we have a young boy now no longer with us. He's never going to be able to smell the sweet smell of life and see how beautiful life really is. I mean, it is. Unfortunately, maybe these children were looking in through a different lens, a much more morbid and messed up lens. But life is very beautiful. Life is extremely beautiful. And now this child doesn't even get a chance to see the beauty of what life really is. And that's really, really sad. It's heartbreaking. Absolutely, Lenny. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And yeah. And now from what I'm understanding as well, this young boy also had autism as well. 2 of the children apparently are special needs, and if I'm correct, one of them, the 8-year-old boy that had perished, had special needs. So, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's unfolding here. There's a lot of, like I said, I'm still trying to understand this as well. Shout out to one of the family members, Reagan. I just got an email last night basically confirming what I was looking for, because I found out right before I went to sleep last night that their 17-year-old daughter, Jasmine Whitaker, I think it's Jasmine Renee Whitaker, has been missing since September. So we're going to start with that one first, because I still don't get it. But it also, because I'm still I'm still wrapping my mind around this ish, real talk. But at the same time, we got to talk about it. It also gives us a little bit of information about their, what they have, what their bail is and all that stuff. So let's jump into this thing right quick. We also do have an interview from the neighbor. Obviously, a news junket got to interview the neighbor. That's the thing. I've been trying, and I'm going to say this out loud now for all y'all who are watching this right now. First off, don't forget to hit that like button. Send it past 100 likes. That would really mean a lot. All right. Happy Halloween to all y'all who are celebrating Halloween. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Shameless plug, but you know how it is. I got to do it to keep these lights on. I need help getting in touch with at least one of the neighbors. Please, if anybody knows anyone that is connected to any person that was a neighbor in that apartment complex, please have them, please give me their information so I can, me and my team can actually reach out to them, because I really want to get some interviews going. Some eyewitnesses, some people that have actually encountered or have been in the same apartment complex as these 4 young boys, because it would help shed a little bit more light on what's going on here. Because like I said, it's still, this story really just, it's really upsetting. It's too upsetting to be really, really honest. But here's a little bit of a story. It's a little bit of a recap, but then at the end is the very interesting part of it all. So let's take a look at this, shall we?
Story that we've been continuing to bring you developments on out of the Houston area here on a live.
Oops, hold on one second, guys. I thought I stopped that. Oops. Okay, here we go again.
So following a story that we've been continuing to bring you developments on out of the Houston area here on Live Now from Fox, the man facing a murder charge after 3 children were found abandoned in an apartment with the remains of their brother is due back in court this morning. We are getting more details on what happened from court documents and relatives. So I do want to bring into the conversation Fox 26 Houston's Denise Middleton, who is joining us from Houston with the latest. Denise, good morning to you. This case is absolutely tragic and so devastating. What do we know this morning ahead of this hearing?
It really is just heartbreaking and disturbing. Investigators believe Brian Coulter beat the little boy to death before he and the child's mother abandoned his 3 brothers, who were all found malnourished with physical injuries on Sunday. And police say 8-year-old Kendrick Lee was found dead inside a West Harris County apartment Sunday after he was murdered last November. His mother, Gloria Williams, is now charged with injury to a child by omission. Williams had 6 children, 4 boys and 2 girls who are not in her custody. Police say 2 of the boys may have special needs. The siblings had been left to fend for themselves in the apartment with their brother's skeletal remains until the 15-year-old finally called for help on Sunday. And, police say they were living in deplorable conditions. The apartment had no power, no furniture, and was covered in bugs. So law enforcement was just really troubled by the conditions that they found them in. Again, the boyfriend, Brian Coulter, is expected to appear in court this morning. He has a $1 million bond, and the mother, Gloria Williams, is facing several charges. She has a $900,000 bond.
Real quick, I just wanted to let this sink in. That house, that place, I keep saying house, but it wasn't. This apartment had no power. And to just throw Tabasco sauce inside of an open wound, this apartment had no furniture. And these kids were literally living in filth, living amongst roaches and insects and the sort. And God knows what else was in that apartment. but they were living in that. They were probably making their own little pallets on, hopefully it was carpeted floor. I hope to God it was. But they were sleeping amongst the filth. And, you know, if you really think about it, the amount of pests that were brought in because of the decaying body that was decaying in the room down the hall. I mean, this is like the most horrific thing you can think of to live in, to have little children living in. Like I said, no power, no furniture. So they're eating off the floor. They're sleeping on the floor. The only thing that they have is the toilet to sit on. Imagine that. Oh, I got some other video I want to show y'all because this is just, it's just disturbing. Then I'm gonna show you some stuff here. I got something for your ass. All right, I got something for that ass. Let's continue though. But we're gonna see what these two, Brian Coulter and Gloria Williams, what they really were like. We're gonna be looking at that too. So just hold on. We got more of this.
Back to you.
Denise, you and I were just speaking about all of the information surrounding this case. And I think what a lot of people don't know also, as you were saying, is the fact that the mother actually has more children. Am I right?
Right, she does. She has two other daughters. One has been living with a grandmother since the age of 2. I believe she's now 13 years old. And she also has a 17-year-old who has reportedly been missing since September. And, you know,
so supposedly she's been missing since September. This young 17-year-old girl has been missing since September. And we're now just hearing this information out now. We're just finding this information out right now. Now, I got some theories. I'm gonna say those things in a little bit, but let's continue. Let's finish this video, okay?
We reached out to the sheriff's department to get more information about her, and we're still waiting to get more details. But yeah, that is the latest here in Houston.
Now, Denise, I just wanted to ask you before we go, I understand that your team has also been speaking with relatives of this family who are just learning these chilling details. What did they have to say?
Yeah, we've been speaking to the grandmothers of these children, and they say they are just really shocked by all of this. Some of them say that they had been speaking with Gloria, early on, and that things changed once she started dating Brian Coulter. And so they're just very saddened by the news. Again, some of the grandmothers have been keeping the children, so they are hurt. You know, this is a very heartbreaking and disturbing case.
Absolutely. Well, Fox 26 Houston's Denise Middleton and joining us with this.
So they are, and so they're just very saddened by the news. Changed once she started dating Brian Coulter.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm playing this. I'm playing it back. I'm playing it back because I want you guys to hear this one more time. Okay? I want you guys to hear this one last time. All right? Because let me just hear. Let's just play this. Okay.
Speaking to the grandmothers of these children, and they say they are just really shocked by all of this. Some of them.
Are they really that shocked? So you're telling me that there wasn't any possibility, there were no red flags that popped up? I'm going to continue it, but I'm just sitting here going, you're telling me that they were concerned now, that this became as a surprise. Okay.
Say that they had been speaking with Gloria, early on, and that things changed once she started dating Brian Coulter.
I doubt that. I think this woman has always been this woman since day one. And if she was not a solid mother, if she was not somebody who seemed like was mentally stable, you would have seen signs way before that. She has 6 children. You're telling me that she didn't have 6 children from multiple men? From my understanding, 3 different men. You're telling me you didn't see any red flags? Any of the grandmothers? Any of the grams? None of them saw any red flags until just recently when she started dating this dude, this riffraff, this scallywag named Brian Coulter. You're telling me that that's a big... Suddenly she started dating this dude and suddenly the bad just came out? She always been bad. Let's keep it real, y'all. She always been bad. But here's the thing. I keep saying this. Never underestimate the power of denial. Like I said, I would love to get the information from the grandmothers. Have a conversation with one of the grandmothers and ask them, did you ever see any red flags? You're telling me none of this showed up. Throughout the years, she has a 17-year-old daughter that is missing right now. But she was raising that child. So one of the grandmothers has been around Daddy for 17 years, 18 if you count when you're baking the bun in the oven. And you're telling me you ain't never seen no red flags? Not never? Come on, y'all. All of a sudden, it's when Brian Coulter comes in. Like I said, this boy came in. Sure, he enabled her. I'm sure he maybe spiked up her little spiked it up a little bit. Her bad juju juice, okay? But she always been bad. Come on.
And so they're just very saddened by the news. Again, some of the grandmothers have been keeping the children, so they are hurt. You know, this is a very heartbreaking and disturbing case.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, Fox 26 Houston's Denise Middleton joining us with this update this morning. Thank you so much for being with us here on.
Okay. That's that video. Okay. That's that video. I do have something I want to show you guys. Hopefully I can get it here. Let me see if I can make a miracle happen because it just popped in my head and it is Nuck and Futz. And it's no laughing matter. This is truly the most disgusting, like just the most disgusting freaking thing I have ever seen. And because I'm going to show it to you and I'll explain it in a second. And it all pertains to this. Okay. This is not just some left turn. This is some real stuff. I want to show you guys Brian Coulter and Gloria Williams together. And I'll explain the rest. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yep, you guys can. All right, so let's take a look at this, shall we? Yeah, we are. It's already going there, y'all. It's already going there. It's already going there. You already know where it's going, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need to say nothing. You already know where this is going. All right? Okay. I mean, just read the comments on the side, y'all. Like, you already know where it's going just from the still. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at him, not the situation, because it really grinds my gears. But this is I haven't even played the video yet, and y'all are triggered. I'm sorry. I'm triggered too. So let's play this. Hit that like button down below. I see over 350 souls watching this show right now. Hit that like button down below. I'd love to see it go past 200 likes. So do that small little favor for me. You know, little Halloween gift for me. Okay. I got a nice gift for you guys for this weekend too, which I'm very, very excited about. I'll explain later. Not today, but you'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about in a little while. Anyway, let's take a look at this.
be cooking over here. I'm talking about fuck Taco Bell. We bring Taco Bell to us.
Okay. That's just a small example. Look at this look at this little cocaine pinky nail. Okay. So this is really Brian Coulter. And you don't really see her. Okay? You don't really see her, but it is Gloria Williams cooking in the kitchen. Literally cooking in the kitchen, okay? Clearly making some tacos or something like that. But isn't it crazy that they're in another apartment 15 minutes away from the apartment where their kids are, where her kids are, eating with furniture, being able to do whatever the hell they want, living their life like it's golden. And yet, they're eating good. He's showing off, oh, look at this, my girl, we're cooking over here. Eating up while the other children and a dead 8-year-old boy is decaying down the hallway while these 3 children are fending for themselves, living off the floor amongst the rodents and insects that are throughout the entire apartment with no power, no electricity. This is just one small example of the people that we're dealing with here. Man, I hope they use this kind of footage for the trial. Like I said before, there shouldn't even be a trial. These mother lovers should be just thrown under the prison. Real talk. Or worse, or better yet, make them as punishment. Make them live as those 3 or those 4 boys had to live. Put them in that place with no way of getting out. And them having to fend for themselves to eat. Let them sleep on the floor and have no furniture, no electricity, no ways of actually getting any type of sustenance, begging for food. Let them be locked up in that place. And let them rot. But these are the people that we're dealing with here. Like I said, living the life like it's golden. And him about all this Malibu Most Wanted over here. Yes, I said it. Eminem wannabe. Out here with his fake ass. Woo! I'm done. Before I get really riled up and say something that I don't mean, I am trying to be a gentleman as much as I can. But when I hear about children being screwed over, children being abused and abandoned, and then they're out here eating good in the neighborhood, I got a problem with that. I got a huge problem with that. And that, like I said, is a small example. This is a small window. Look at that. Look at that food. That's a small window into the life of those 2. Now, what's interesting, and I'm going to show you guys this missing piece. Dude throwing up gang signs. Like I said, I ain't with this. I ain't with this at all. At all. But I am going to show you guys the missing report. There's a missing report here to show you guys. Man, let me get this guy off my screen. I can't even look at that ish. Okay. Now there are some pieces here that are, I think, very important. Very, very important. And this all revolves around Jasmine Whitaker. They're saying that she has been missing. So I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see this. And of course, I want to show you her face, because I think that is also very important, because there are people out here that may have seen her, may not have seen her. Obviously, I have my own theories, which I will explain here in a little bit, but it says here, Jasmine Whitaker missing. The deputies are growing concerns for the safety of a teen missing for weeks. Now, if I'm correct, this was issued a couple days ago. If I'm correct, all right. So it says the Houston Police Department are on the search for a missing 17-year-old Jasmine Whitaker, who's been missing since September 26th of 2021. So she's been missing for 4 weeks, a little over 4 weeks, y'all. So according to reports, Jasmine was last seen with gray and black braids in her hair. She has a tattoo on her right forearm. The police said she may still be in the local area and may be in need of medical attention. Obviously, if you have somebody, you have a 8-year-old boy that is no longer here. Where is her daughter? Everyone else is accounted for. But where is the eldest daughter? Again, like I said, I have my own theories, which I will tell you guys this in a second. But I wanted to give you guys the information before I start polluting your mind with my crazy ass ideas. Okay. The medical, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Deputies and members are growing increasingly worried for her welfare and asking the public to help look out for her. Now, here's her description. Jasmine Whitaker, she is a female. Obviously, she's 17 years old. Her hair color is black. Her eye color is brown. She weighs 150 pounds. Her height is 5'3". Obviously, her race is black, and her tattoo is on her right forearm. Okay, so for any information, if you have any information, for all y'all who are watching this show, all 400 plus souls that are watching this show right here, that are in the Texas area or in the Houston area and happen to see a young woman or a young girl that resembles Jasmine Whitaker, please contact the Houston Police Department at 1-713-884-3131. Again, the number is 713-884-3131. Now, this is what I'd love to see happen. And I challenge everybody out here in the world. I challenge everybody out here in the world to do the same damn thing that you did with Brian Laundrie up in this piece. Every single girl that's out here with a tattoo on their right arm should be called in. Real talk. Because that's the only way we're going to find Jasmine Whitaker. I'm being dead ass. I'm not trying to be a joke. I'm not trying to be a jokester here. I'm trying to be incredibly real right now. We should be putting as much effort and energy into every single missing person's case like we were with the Brian Laundrie-ish. Real talk. Every single white, bald, skinny, bearded dude, short, skinny, bearded dude was getting called in like crazy. So I'm going to show you her face really quick. This is her. This is Jasmine Whitaker. 17-year-old Jasmine Whitaker. Again, this is Jasmine Whitaker. She is currently missing right now. She is currently missing right now. She's been missing for 4 weeks. A little over 4 weeks. Her brother is no longer on this planet anymore. 8-year-old boy is no longer here. So, she's been missing for a month. Let me repeat that again. She's been missing for a month. I got some theories. We're going to get into it. I promise you that. But here it is. They got the age wrong. They said age 16, but she's 17 years old. Again, missing. In Houston. Wait a second. This is saying this is wrong. Is that right? No, that's wrong. This might be the wrong Jasmine Whitaker. That might be the wrong Jasmine Whitaker. Hold on, guys. I am so sorry. I want to make sure I got this right. That might be the wrong Jasmine Whitaker as far as her photo. But still, no matter what, because I'm trying to look it up, and from what I'm seeing right now, there's nothing here so far. That's just that one, that photo that I just showed you. But I don't want to be wrong and put a name on somewhere out here or a face out here and make it seem like that is her. So that is my own mistake. But that, my apologies if I am wrong. But we got to continue. But like I said, she is 5'3". She is young black girl, black hair, brown eyes, 150 pounds, 5'3". She has a tattoo on her right arm, on her right forearm. But I wonder what the tattoo is. That's the one piece I want to know. What is the tattoo, right? What is the tattoo on her right forearm? They have not said that yet, but let me try this again. Actually, I think this could be her. Hold on. I think that is her. That's very, very strange. Because I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to show this to you because sorry, I'm sorry for all the silence. I'm trying to show you guys her, but this is what they're showing in the photos in the image search. All right, in Google. It's saying that this is her. This is the same girl because she's got a little scar on her forehead. So what's this one? Man, I hate that. I hate when that happens. But if this is her, if this really is her, whoops, not this one, then that is her. And to me, she does. I mean, this is just an assumption. This does look a lot like Gloria. So, Gloria Williams. All right. So, I am going to, of course, to show you that, just so that you have that image in your mind, at least, just in case. But I could be 110% wrong there. So I'm going to take that down. But we got to go into this next piece, okay? And of course, don't forget to hit that like button down below. That would really mean a lot. We got to go into the grandparents or the grandmothers have been speaking out, allegedly, saying what they need to say about this whole situation. And I think we need to take a look at that as well. So 1 second. Boom. All right. Let's take a look at this right here.
We talked to Melody Robinson, the grandmother of one of Gloria Williams' 6 children. She wanted to talk to us tonight. Williams remains here in downtown in the Harris County Jail, and her former mother-in-law was shocked by the details of this case, she said, but not necessarily that Williams was involved.
For you as a mother to watch somebody do that to your child, that's not a mother. A mother doesn't do that.
Melody Robinson saying what many are thinking about this horrific case. She has had custody of Gloria Williams' third oldest child since the girl was 2. She is now 13.
She was very unstable.
Robinson says Gloria and her son were previously together for about 3 years. At one point, they all lived under her roof on Houston's South Side, including the now 15-year-old who made that dreadful 911 call on Sunday. The teen revealing he and his 2 brothers had been living all by themselves with the corpse of another brother for months, while Gloria and her boyfriend, Brian Coulter, lived elsewhere. She remembers the last time the kids and Gloria were at her house. They took this picture. It was 4 years ago, well before the boys' nightmare began.
That's one of the questions that everybody wants to know. Well, why did he wait so long? Well, what made him? But I mean, when somebody has scared you and has attacked you, and you watch this man kill your brother, you watched him break your other brother's jaw. I'm afraid. I'm probably afraid for my life too.
Coulter, who Robinson never met, is charged with murder, accused of beating the boy, now identified as 8-year-old Kendrick Lee, to death around Thanksgiving of last year. He and Gloria, investigators say, then left his body to rot under a blanket.
Do not hit me up, bro. You ain't got enough talent.
This is the 31-year-old on Instagram. In a statement to ABC 13, his family said in part, quote, "This is not who we raised our son to be. Our hearts and prayers go out to those brave children. Our relationship with Brian has been distant for years."
I really don't understand it.
Robinson says Gloria always refused help from her family. She is relieved she fought for her granddaughter and hurts for her half-brothers who weren't as lucky.
Our job as a mother is to protect our children, and that she failed that baby. She failed her kids, let me say that, in that area. She did not protect them, period.
Jessica Willey, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
It makes you wonder how. I want to hear this reporter's beginning one more time. I just wanted to hear it one last time.
Robinson, the grandmother of one of Gloria Williams' 6 children. She wanted to talk to us tonight. Williams remains here in downtown in the Harris County Jail, and her former mother-in-law was shocked by the details of this case, she said, but not necessarily that Williams was involved.
So she's not shocked that Williams was involved. That clearly says that that the mother is unfit to raise her children. Do you see what? This is the reason why I wanted to play that again. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If everybody knows a little somebody that's everybody knows somebody that has a family member or not that maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it. If you feel that you have somebody in your family, right, that is not raising their children right, or the way that they raise their children is a little unorthodox, right? Wouldn't you want to make sure that those children are in safe hands? Period. We all know somebody that is a parent that maybe shouldn't be a parent, right? Because of how they raise their children or their child. We all know somebody that knows somebody that has that in their life. And it goes, well, okay, if that is the case, why do people sit back, fold their arms, and just keep sipping the tea, watching this stuff, watching the drama unfold in front of them, sipping their tea with their pinky out and just talking mess, instead of actually being active in helping those kids, getting those kids away from dangerous situations? See, this is the worst case scenario right here. This is the worst. This is the nightmarish thing where you see where other people stand around, do the all day long, but are not active in helping their children, helping their maybe their kin, helping the family, those kids. You don't have to be blood related. We all know somebody that knows somebody with this kind of situation, but we all love to talk about it. We all love to make ourselves feel better about it by talking ish on them rather than actually rolling up our sleeves and taking care of the situation, keeping somebody from harm instead of having this beautiful young boy right here, this beautiful young boy, Kendrick, keeping him out of harm's way, keeping him safe. But let's be real, we all do it. We all love to talk ish. We all love to talk ish because it makes us feel better about our own lives, right? It makes us feel good. We feel it all the way down to our plums, right? But when you sit here and you see somebody who is in dire need of help, when the red flags keep flying up, we need to be proactive, ladies and gentlemen. Fam, we need to be proactive, not sitting back and talking and gossiping and going, oh, blah, blah, blah. No. Get off your ass and be proactive, because the last thing you want to have happen is exactly this. And I'm being real. There are many people out here that are single with children, single parents that are desperate for anything, right? And I'm not putting all of this on Brian Coulter. Brian Coulter definitely spiked up the bad juju juice in her body, okay? He enabled her. He was an enabler. They enabled each other. Why? I say that they enabled each other because here's the thing. This child was decaying in an apartment with no furniture, nothing but insects and varmint. While they were in another place, she was cool with it. So she enabled him too. She was like, all right, baby, whatever you want to do, let me make you some tacos. While my children that I brought into this world are fending for themselves and probably eating roaches and whatever insects they can find because they're so hungry. Oh, it's cool, honey, that you killed one of my children. That's all right. Let me make you a sandwich. Oh, it's cool that you broke one of my son's jaws and now he has to see he needs surgery and God knows how long his jaw has been broken for. But I'm okay with that. See, we live in this weird time. This is the craziest times ever. I'm going to be real. But we live in this weird, crazy time where single parents, I know it could be a crazy life. It could be really tough. I'm not going to knock any person who's a single parent out here. Shout outs to all y'all for holding it down. Y'all are amazing. Because you are wearing both hats, all right? You're wearing two individuals' hats. It takes a lot to raise children. But some people get desperate. Some people just can't take it anymore as far as raising the children. So they latch onto any partner that they can get. So look at this Brian Coulter guy. He comes sauntering in with that whole get up going on. Saying, I got you, girl, all this stuff. What do you think is going to happen? She's going to fall deeper into his trap. And then maybe in her mind, this is how children are supposed to be raised by men. Because they need an iron fist. When that clearly is not the case. He clearly went extremely overboard to the point where this young boy and another girl, one of her daughters, is now missing. Now, before I go into my theories and all that stuff, because I will be bringing that into it, I will be talking about that. I guarantee you I will be talking about that. We got to go into a interview from one of the neighbors. And we got to talk about that too. Okay. Like I said, I am trying my damnedest to get in touch with any person that's involved with this particular case, with this tragedy. If any of you guys who are watching this show right now know anyone that are involved or who have been a part of the apartment complex, if you know them, please contact me, send me their info, something, because I would love to get them on the show live to talk about this and break this ish down. Because like I said, I'm still trying to put the math together in this situation. And this young boy should still be home in a house filled with furniture. Oh, and let's not forget, with electricity and food, plentiful amounts of food to eat. But no, unfortunately, he is not here. I got this video. This is an interview from the one of the neighbors. It's a short one. It's just a news clip, obviously, but it's just them talking about running into the 15-year-old boy and all that. So let's take a look at this, shall we? This story is just so messed up, y'all. And I know I got some super chats. I'm going to look at these here in a second. But Tyra, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate it. But we really do need to start being active. Someone else said, if you see something, say something. I totally 110% agree. You don't just sit here twiddling your thumbs, using this for your rumor, so you can have your gossip talk with your friends. No, when something really bad is going on, do the right thing. Step up, help these people out, because God forbid this ever happens again.
Begin with a disturbing story out of West Harris County. 3 children found abandoned and living alongside the skeletal remains of another child, likely their dead sibling. Evening to you, I'm Mia Gradney.
And I'm Lynn Cannon. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says he has never encountered a case like this. 3 boys, ages 15, 7, and 10, living in an apartment along with skeletal remains.
Authorities now trying to ID those remains, but they believe it is the boy's 9-year-old brother. The children were living at an apartment complex located on Greencrest Drive at West Park Drive. Zach Tawatari is live there tonight. Zach?
Mia and Len, I spoke to a neighbor named Erica Chapman. She described a living situation where she thought something might be a little off, but the 15-year-old boy, she knew she didn't want him to go hungry, but she had no idea what was going on behind that apartment door. A children's playground.
He was sleeping on the side.
Chapman says she first met the 15-year-old boy, who we're told called 911, claiming he and his siblings had been living with the remains of their brother in the room next to his.
And I asked him if he was hungry, and he said yeah, and I brought him out some food and some drinks.
Harris County deputies discovered that 15-year-old boy along with a 7- and 10-year-old boy, and tragically, the remains of another young child.
Honestly, I'm disgusted. If I knew something was wrong with any of those kids, I would have took all of them.
According to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, the mother of the boys and her boyfriend were brought in for questioning but released. Child Protective Services sent us this statement that says, in part, the agency is seeking emergency custody of the 3 boys.
Oh, he wouldn't talk about his parents.
Erica says she didn't want to push the boy too hard with questions, hoping he would open up to her.
Because I did not want him not to come to me for food. If you're that hungry, I want him to keep coming to me. At least I know he was eating.
She says she has a message for that 15-year-old boy.
That I love him and I would take him and his brothers.
Done.
And that he needs to keep his head up. This ain't his fault.
Now, the Harris County Sheriff's Department says that they're looking for more information. The medical examiner's finding will be an important part of that. Mia?
So many questions needing answers.
Okay. Oh, come on. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna refresh this ish. Okay. There's something that there's something in this situation that I'm just not, with that encounter, I'm just not feeling. I'm just not feeling it. The reason why I'm not feeling it is because you see a boy, he is in dire need of food. You are giving him food. You are having a conversation with this young boy. He's telling you about, he's not giving you all the information, but you understand that he is hungry. Wouldn't you just call? Like I said, everybody's scared. I said it on Wednesday's show. People are so scared of being called a Karen. And I'm saying on everybody. I'm not saying just white people, okay? I'm saying everybody. Everyone's scared of being considered a Karen or reading into something that doesn't need to be read into. And I said it on Wednesday, and I'm going to say it again now. Wouldn't you rather be right and have those people safe than wrong? Or sorry, wouldn't you rather be wrong and have those people safe than right and have dead bodies? I'm just saying. Reel in the can. You ain't wrong. Those kids were emaciated. Malnourished, emaciated. They were literally skin and bones. That's what they said. Because they were fending for themselves. So in situations like this, like I'm not trying to throw Miss Chapman under the bus. Not at all. I am not trying to do that at all. I'm not. But once you just take a step a little bit further, if you feel like something ain't right, you need to do something about it, right? If you feel like something's wrong, like there's some trouble afoot, right? Like an old Agatha Christie mystery novel, right? Once you take that next step further, just to make sure that they're okay, at least go, hey man, you know what? Hey, Brett, let me walk you. No. Before I give you the food, let me take it with you. Not even say before I give you the food. It's just kind of like, let me help you out. No, don't worry. Hey, I'll carry it. Where do you live? Let me go with you real quick. Don't worry, I'm a friend. I want to give you the food. I know that seems a little creeper as well. You know what I'm saying? There's so many loopholes and stuff. But at the same time, if you don't want to call social services, if you don't want to call 5-0, if you don't want to call law enforcement in general and getting them involved, maybe just going and taking those necessary extra steps just to see the living arrangements, right? Or it's like, hey, here you go. Hey, can I just let me see the, and I just saw something. Hold on. Where did it go? The comments are flowing, which is amazing. Oh, there it is. Susan just said something. Social services have failed so many people. It's hard to make that call. You are absolutely right. And thank you for saying that. You are absolutely right. But then it's like, what do you do? Then it's like, then you go, hey, I got you food. I'm going to carry it. It's hot. Just like make up an excuse. Hey, buddy, it's hot. It's heavy and it's hot. Let me just. So you can at least take a peek in the, through the crack of the door is something where he doesn't have to say anything. You're just looking. You see what I'm saying? If we're able to see on the inside, oh, damn, is there, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe these children would still be here. Now, you got to remember, when this woman saw this boy, the 15-year-old boy, this was not like the 8-year-old was still alive. They had already been fending for themselves for months at this point. And here's the other thing too. I'm trying to imagine. I mean, because of what I'm trying to say is like the thoughts in this situation is so unfathomable that I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it as if I was that 15-year-old boy. And it's like, how long did it take for this young boy to finally say, F it, I need to get to a phone and I'm calling the cops? Like, finally something snapped in his mind where he said it was okay, that he's going to be okay. that he's not going to have to fear for his life with this Brian Coulter piece of trash and his really trashy mother as well. I'm sorry, but I said it. And I'm going to continue saying it. You see what I'm saying? How long did it take him? Or it literally took him several months. Imagine his mind literally going, wait a second, what am I doing here? What are we doing here? We can't do this anymore. Calling the cops or dialing 911. Imagine that. Imagine that, y'all. Unbelievable, right? Somebody else had a comment I wanted to pull up here. I'm trying to find it. There it is. Lisa Avery, thank you so much for the comment on YouTube. She says, can you even imagine how long it's going to be before the 15-year-old finally understands that he's not responsible for his two little brothers? I don't think he's ever going to lose that. That's the tragedy of it all, because that is ingrained in his body now. That experience will forever, that experience will forever be ingrained in his body. I think he will always be sleeping with one eye open. Actually, all of those children, all three of those boys that lived in that situation, lived in that filth, will never forget this. It will forever always be ingrained in their bodies. They will all be sleeping with one eye open unless they find the right professional counseling. These children are going to be rocked for a good long time. And it's sad. That's right, Courtney, the SLP, you ain't wrong. Forever traumatized. And I think that young boy, that 15-year-old boy, is going to feel responsible for them till he dies. He'll be the one, most likely, hopefully, trying to keep it together and trying to keep his brothers together as well. Hopefully he is the one who is the leader, right? Because he's the oldest out of the three. But you'll always feel that inkling of responsibility to watch over his little brothers because of this experience. Like I'm saying it now, I'm praying for these kids, because I hope this does not turn into a bad life for these kids. I'm hoping that if, with the proper help, something can be turned around so that these kids can have a beautiful and fruitful life. That's what I'm praying for. But whenever it comes to kids, it just makes me so angry, You know what I'm saying? I get welled up with so much emotion because they didn't even get a chance to live life yet, right? And see how beautiful life is. But you have these tragically disgusting, disturbing people raising these children and showing them the opposite of how beautiful life is. And how we can have an abundance of blessings if we really look at life the right way. But those two mucked that up for those three children. And actually for those four children. Actually, possibly for 5 of the children, which we got to talk about, okay? We have Jasmine Whitaker, who is gone. She disappeared. She's been missing, for the past month now. So here are my theories. And then I'm going to open up the video chat because I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this stuff as well. Let's have a small video panel discussion about this. So if you're ready to jump on, start getting ready now because I will be putting up the link here very shortly. But just bless me with this time, y'all. Grant me some grace with these theories. Here's my theory about Jasmine Whitaker. I do not think that Jasmine Whitaker is alive. I'm going to say that. I think she is a victim, possibly a victim of Brian Coulter. I instantly go there because if he was capable of killing an 8-year-old boy and leave that 8-year-old boy to decay inside of an apartment complex with 3 other boys, who's to say he ain't have no problem doing the same darn thing to a 17-year-old girl? That is my biggest theory right now. But I have one other theory. I think she ran away. I think she's a runaway because of the crappy situations, the crappy living conditions that she has dealt with. I also do think that maybe she knew. So it's 3. I got 3 theories. The other theory is she got up and she ran because she knew about about Kendrick Lee's death and was terrified and couldn't do it anymore and ran. The living conditions and all that stuff, I'm hoping, Fairy Girl, I hope that I am wrong on my first theory. I hope that she just ran away. I pray that she just ran away. But those are the 3 theories that I have. She ran away just because of the situation, because her mother's terrible and the new boyfriend is terrible. Maybe because of, we already heard stories. All right. We already heard stories in the other articles that I showed you guys on Wednesday, where the grandmother took one of the children because Gloria was running after Wayward D all the time. Let's keep it real. All right. Whoa. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. A little bit. Thank you. She says, thanks, Pascal. No, thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. $50 super chat. Yeah, baby. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. But she ran away because she couldn't take her crappy mother running after wayward scallywag D, right? Bringing random men home all the time. Maybe her living conditions were not up to par the way she wanted it to be, right? So she ran. Or she ran because she found out about Kendrick Lee and was terrified because Brian Coulter is a monster. So she ran. And then the other theory is he just killed her. He took her life in a fit of rage, because clearly this man has rage issues. He broke another young boy's jaw and killed another one. Let me add a little something on top of that. These kids had no food. One of them had a broken jaw for damn near a year. So imagine this kid trying to eat. For damn near a year, this kid was dealing with a broken jaw for damn near a year. Sorry for the left turn, but damn, man, let that man just rot in jail. Let him rot in jail, please. Anyway, I'm going to put up the video chat link because I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your theories on this? Where do you think Jasmine Whitaker went? I would love to hear your thoughts on this. All right. And that's what I was going to say. One of the boys, excuse me. One of the boys that died, the boy that died, supposedly had autism as well. Supposedly. Autism. So what if, and I know this sounds a little callous, but what if Brian Coulter did not have any patience on that kid? Who's to say that the broken jaw isn't the other boy who has special needs as well? That he just doesn't have time to try to explain to these kids that have special needs. You know what I'm saying? That his patience ran his patience is thin as hell, right? And he just loses it because, I don't know, maybe this young boy who is autistic, I don't know how, if he had the level autism he had, but what if that little boy was having a fit, a little moment, having a little bit of a breakdown. And Brian Coulter could not handle it, could not handle the kid having a fit. Next thing you know, he beats the kid to death, kicking him till he dies. He kicked him till he died. You know that? Brian Coulter kicked this young boy to death. Just going to let that sink in. We have Laura Estrada in the house. Good morning. How you doing, sweetheart?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Well, actually, I'm not. This is really disturbing me. That's why I had to call in.
Yeah, it's an extremely disturbing situation. Real quick, guys, just so you know, the link, the video chat link is up, pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to jump in, I'd love to hear your theories revolving around Jasmine Whitaker. Do you think she's still alive? Where do you think she is? What is your theory? I'm gonna throw it over to you, Laura Estrada. What is your theory? Where do you think? What do you think happened to her?
Well, first, I'm going to say that this is real personal because I work with autistic kids. I have for a long time, and special needs. And honestly, Pascal, this is something that I worry about all the time. People don't understand, like you said, his breakdowns. I'm sorry. I didn't think I'd get emotional.
It's okay.
But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for.
It's just one of those things that people have to be aware about autism and how amazing these kids are, but how when people don't understand the nature of, I don't know, I can't explain it, that there's a level of patience and understanding that everybody doesn't get. And just to know that there is this man who I believe is evil, that man, Brian, and the mom is obviously has problems. And I know how hard it is to, just raise or deal with an autistic kid. I can't even imagine somebody who had no compassion or empathy and who literally goes in there and hurt these poor individuals that already have problems with communication and social skills, and the amount of resilience for that teenage brother. I mean, you have no idea what that young man has gone through as a caretaker and as pretty much the man of the house. And you had mentioned, or someone had mentioned, that Jasmine had something like had been kicked out or for sticking up for her brothers. I mean, there's so many things going on in the chat, but that can't be true. I mean, she knows her brothers are autistic. She's experienced it. So I do feel there's an element of her running away, but at the same time, this man, this whole situation, like you say, Pascal, they live, what would you say, like 10 minutes away, or how far are they away? 15
minutes away. About 15 minutes away.
Yeah. You see how they're literally living their lives like nothing is going on. And then to know that they're like, where their minds are, they're not anywhere because they're evil, narcissist, sick individuals that have left kids knowing that one is dead, that your boyfriend or that you killed him and that you broke someone's jaw. Like, you know how painful that is? And there's no medical care. I mean, that this happens in the United States, that it happens this isn't like they're being tortured in someone's basement, and this is an apartment with people around and smells that are like, how bad stuff like food smells, it makes you want to throw up. A body, I mean, it just goes to show you that yes, we don't look up, we don't get nosy. Somebody had even mentioned that in the chat, like maybe they were scared to call the authorities. You don't know people's history or background in the apartment building. There's so much, but number one, we failed these kids. Who cares? Call the authorities, call CPS. It's not about you. It's that you need to help these kids. And we've got so lost in focusing on ourselves. We're so selfish right now. And we need to stop. We need to look up. We need to help our children. Like, yes, we depend on other services and stuff, but us as human beings, we are still our brother's keeper. We are the ones, like, if we didn't have each other, or family or communities, a lot of us wouldn't be who we are, wouldn't have moved forward. We don't always have the best families. You have other people outside of your family circle that are your support, and that I know that as somebody who works with autistic kids and their families, is a whole different. They don't have a normal life. They never will. And so to have a community of people that help them, these kids had nothing. They didn't have a community of people that understand special needs. They didn't have a community of family that went and checked on them. They didn't even have a community of neighbors that were living right next to them. So I'm sorry I'm emotional about it. It's just very personal, and we need to talk about this. This should not happen in the United States. It should not happen.
No, it should not. I completely 110% agree with you, because I think that there's that thing. It's patience and understanding. And I think that there's a lot of people that don't have the understanding, especially if you are not, like, let's be real, somebody who's on the outside, right? Say you're the boyfriend and the girlfriend that you're with has an autistic child. There is a bit of information and education and understanding that needs to be brought into the relationship or into a conversation between the boyfriend and girlfriend. You know, if it's like, hey, my son has autism and there's these things that he goes through, so on and so forth, or say he has meltdowns or tantrums because of something, right? And it's like, I need you to understand these things. But it seems like this conversation, it seems like that didn't happen. That conversation never existed, because it doesn't sound like the mother was a good mother. Sounded like she was, obviously she's not a good mother. I mean, look at what's been going on. She's clearly not a fit mother, period. So those conversations never happened between those two pieces of those two individuals. Let's just say that. But at the same time,
hold on. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that this story, there's just so many branches around. I mean, there's so much that you can take from it. I mean, there's just even talking about like her being somebody that just probably, it is so overwhelming, I'm sure, to be a mother of all those kids, but you're still having them, but you want to have a relation. Obviously, she has issues with herself concerning having a man, having that, that obviously means way more to her than her own children. And that goes to show you just her lack of, support in her community and getting a job. I haven't heard anything about her working or anything. So it's just a problem of just the systematic racism and class. I mean, it all just goes hand in hand. And then what ends up happening is that we have a dead child on our hands, So
yeah,
there's so many avenues on this discussion.
Yeah, there's so many there. I mean, this is a very, very layered onion for sure. Tyler Hackner, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He said, as someone with mild autism and just as a human, this story makes me sick. And yes, I mean, obviously I've been saying a lot because I've been talking for over an hour and almost an hour and 20 minutes so far. So clearly I've had words, right? But the emotions that I have boiling inside of me is I can't. It's not even. I can't even express it into words. I have
to hand it to you.
To say that again, I'm sorry.
I have to hand it to you to be so emotionally strong. I mean, I always think like right now when I call them, like, okay, try not to cry. But right when I talk about something that like I'm just so passionate or just that I can't comprehend, it's hard for me to not get emotional. And so I really admire, there's some of these subjects that you talk about or you bring to our attention that are really, really disturbing. And so I want to thank you for just bringing a very, very disturbing story up that we're really talking about it and being very, very real about it. So,
no, I mean, well, the only way that we can become better people or be a better society, be a better human race, is if we are actually talking about these things, is if we are bringing those things to light instead of it just being just something that we just gasp and stare at and gawk at and walk on to the next story. I mean, the only way that we can be better is if we are transparent and we talk about these things. This just needs to be something that is brought into everybody's minds, because like the last one of the super chats earlier on said, if you see something, say something. It rings so true with this particular story. Not saying that they could have saved that young boy's life, Kendrick Lee's life. I'm not sitting here saying that, but they could have at least gotten those children out of that house. They could have stopped that from happening. That kid could have been the kid with the broken jaw could not have been living with a broken jaw and trying to eat and talk with a broken jaw for damn near a year. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many things, like, we need to talk about these things. No matter how hard it is to talk about, it's necessary so that we can grow and be more aware and stop being so self-centered and so focused on our freaking phones, because those are the new idiot boxes, y'all. That's the new idiot box, and we're all sucked into that stuff. If we just prick up our ears and look up, we might see something that could save somebody's life, period. I got a $20 super chat from Jackie Rose. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you. Just wanted to say thanks for the entertainment and conversation. I'm sure it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but, I love this. I love what I do, and it's really dope when I get people like Laura Estrada and all of you guys on the show willing to have that conversation. All 450 souls that are watching on all platforms right now, you guys are drawn in because you guys want to have that conversation. You are drawn in to hear this, right? You're drawn in because you want to make this world a better place. And that's all I'm trying to do as well. So I do appreciate that. One more. Queen B, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Wow. Thank you so much. The grandmother of the second daughter said Jasmine came to live with her after the mother put her out for stopping the boyfriend from hitting the kids. Whoa! But ran away from her home. But they know where she is and have told her what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, Queen B. If you have time to jump on, I would love to hear these words from your mouth so that we can understand this a little bit better. Let me just repeat this one more time. Again, thank you for the $20 super chat. And if you can, click that button above or click that link above. I'd love to have you hop on with me and Laura because I want to hear this a little bit more. But one more time, I'm going to read this super chat. Said Jasmine came to live with her after the mother put her out for stopping the boyfriend from hitting the kids, but ran away from home. From her home. But they know where she is and have told her what happened. So why is she still? That's the question. Why is she still listed as missing then? Now, here's the other thing. Downtown Tina Brown, I want to give her a shout out. She looked some things up. She said that she has been missing since February. So I am right. I want to make sure everybody knows that I'm right here. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on one second, Laura. I'm sorry. This is important. So I want to make sure that everybody sees this, because you might be asking, why, Laura? It's because of this. Hold on one second, because I was looking at this and I'm like, wait a second, this is contradicting what it's saying here. Queen B, welcome. Hold on one second for me, okay, Queen? 1 second. You're on with us live, but I want to pull this up really quick because I want to show her face one last time. This is her face. This is Jasmine Whitaker. Now, the reason why I say this, the reason why I'm like, oh, wait, is it her? Is it not her? So on and so forth. Here it is. Boom. Underneath it says missing since February. That's why I was like, wait a second. This doesn't make sense. They say that she's been missing since September. This says February. So downtown Tina Brown says that she's been missing since February. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. This is her face just in case she is really, really missing and no one knows where she is, right? We at least have a face with the name. She even has a little scar. It looks like a little scar on her forehead. So let's not forget that piece too. 5'3", 150 pounds. She has a tattoo on her right forearm with a little scar. Beautiful face, beautiful young woman. It's a little scar on her forehead. This is Jasmine Whitaker, last seen with gray and black braids in her hair. I'll just say that again because I want everyone to make sure that if she really is missing, we are treating it like Brian Laundrie. I'd love to see so many sightings like a mug. See, my dog concurs as well. He's like, find her now, barking like crazy. Anyway, this one more time is Jasmine Whitaker. Okay, Tina, downtown Tina Brown. Thank you, Queen. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay.
can. So please explain this to me because I'm a little confused. Everyone's saying that the news out here, news junkets are saying that she missing, like she gone. So
Yeah,
is she gone or no?
well, the grandmother of the second daughter did an interview, and I was trying to find the link, but I'll try to inbox you the link of the interview that she did with the news reporter.
Ooh,
I think
send
it
that
was
to me like right now.
yesterday. Yeah,
Yes.
so she did do the interview, and she said that Jasmine called her and asked if she come and live with her because she was tired of the mother's boyfriend, and her and the mother had an altercation when she was trying to stop the boyfriend from fighting the boys, and she put her out, and she asked if she come and live with her, and she did, and so she did admit that she did run away. She didn't confirm the date, but since she's technically the grandmother doesn't have legal custody, and since she's technically still listed as I think with the child protective service or something like that.
Yeah.
So she's technically she's still missing. She has to still be technically missing, but they do know where she is. They hadn't said, it's still a legal thing going on with that. So she didn't elaborate, but they know where she is, and they did speak with her and let her know about her brother. And so she's just going through a lot right now, but it's still a legal issue going on with getting her and where she's gonna go. But they can't legally unlist her as missing. So
This is
that's what the grandmother was saying on the
okay.
interview.
So can you just send it to me like
Yeah.
right now? The email is info@thepascalshow.com. If you could just email that to me, we can all watch it together because
I have a question.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, it cut out. Where do I send it?
info@thepascalshow.com.
Okay.
Info@thepascalshow.com. PASCAL. If you can
I'm
send
gonna
that a lot.
yeah, I will. I'm at work, so I'm gonna log out and I'm gonna get it and I'll send it to you, email it to you real fast.
Real quick before I throw it over to Laura, that's the piece that doesn't make any sense. Why is the news junkets out here saying that she's missing then?
That was my
I don't know.
She's missing. Why are they showing that she's missing? As far as I'm showing you, I just showed you a report, and it's saying that she's been missing since February. Another one just reported that she's been missing since September. So why are they saying that she's missing if they already know where she is?
That part I don't know. This is just the grandmother was telling the news reporter that. This
Okay.
is the information she was giving her. I think she just did it last night. I'm not or maybe the day before. But this is what the grandmother explained to the reporter when she interviewed her.
Right on. Okay. Send it to me. Send it my way, please.
Okay.
I'd love to be able
Give
to
me a couple
chop it up
seconds.
on it. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Queen
Bye.
Bee. Bye. We have Patty in the house. Hello, Patty.
Hi, can you hear? Oh, I'm on mute.
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, I didn't have my earbuds in. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, Patty.
Where are they working? Where are they working?
Where are they working? Hello?
Yeah, I just tuned in late. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Are they working? Do they have jobs?
Oh, no. I was wondering what you're talking about. That is a good question. I don't know. I don't know where
Are they getting money from the state? I hope that's investigated.
That's a good question.
That is a very, very good question because they're probably getting more because of the kids, because they're claiming
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And three things: to get money from the state, they have to be in school. To get money from the state, someone should have been visiting, doing a welfare check.
Facts.
And number three, I'm mad. I'm really mad.
Me too, Patty. I'm mad too. This stuff grinds
I'm
my gears.
sad.
So I'm with you.
I'm
Yeah,
sad and mad.
it is very, very. I'm with you 100%. But Patty, I got to ask you. Queen Bee just said something, and if it is true, or if it is not true, where do you think Jasmine Whitaker is right now? Do you think she really is missing or no?
You know, with parents like that, with a mother like that, I'm just wondering if and hoping she's alive. I'm hoping she's alive. I hope we don't have to find remains somewhere. But I thank you for covering it. The media is not really on this.
Not really. They don't really care about us. But no, they're not really talking about this at all, really. Local, I mean, the Houston local news is talking about it, but they're not really talking about all this, which is sad because they're so wrapped up on petitos and the laundries and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, we were wrapped up on that too.
Of course.
Because it was salacious, but this is just as a big story. This is a cautionary tale. This is a huge cautionary tale.
Yes,
absolutely.
We're talking about children.
And no one cares. No one's caring. Like, or at least the bigger media junkets. Go ahead, Patty.
Sorry to interrupt. Do they know where? Do we know where the three boys are now?
From my understanding, they are just. I think that they're with law enforcement right now. I'm sure that they're with social workers. I'm assuming, but I do not know where they are specifically. Okay. But I'm sure that they're talking to a lot of counselors. I'm sure they're eating. I think they're just. I think since they've been found, they've been eating. That's literally what I think. I'm like, fatten them up, give them. Big
Amen. They're in my prayers.
Please, fatten them up quickly, because they're in my prayers too. But Patty, thank you so much for hopping on.
Blessings. Can I say something, Pascal?
Go ahead, Laura. Go ahead, please.
Just regarding, us being concerned where the three kids are, that we also, we're bringing attention to this case, but we need to be on where those boys end up. Like, I would like to know that they're getting in good therapy sessions, that there might be someone who, when, you bring attention to stuff like that, there's people out there that are awesome and loving and might want to actually adopt or foster these kids.
Yes.
So you have to realize that it doesn't end here. Like with those kids, it's like we talk about it and then we move on to the next story.
Right.
No, we as caring human beings that have hearts need to focus on who is left out of this horrible story. There's three survivors. So let's follow that story and make sure those three boys aren't traumatized for the rest of their lives. We again, I think it's interesting that this is in Texas, because if lovely mother of the year decides to get Pragos again, and if she did want to be responsible and, have the kid or have an abortion, she can't now because she's in Texas. I mean, just so can we at least make these boys be a happy ending story? Because we can. We just need to stay involved, and we need to follow this story all the way through.
Right. Well, knowing Mr. Pascal, he will.
I'm gonna be trying my best to keep my tabs on it. But Patty and Laura, thank you both for coming on. I really
blessings. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Man, y'all are amazing people. Let me just say that really quick. I do appreciate all y'all for being on and chopping it up. I'm still waiting on the email from Queen Bee because I haven't received it yet. Because I would love to see that interview where the grandmother is saying that she is alive and well and somewhere else. I would love to see that. But real quick, Juanita, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. She said, thank you, Pascal. I just ordered some merch from you. I can't wait. Thank you for buying some merch. I do appreciate it. For those of y'all who are interested in checking out some merch, like Juanita just did, thank you so much for supporting the show. You can go to thepascalshowmerch.com. thepascalshowmerch.com. Also, the link is down below in the description box. So go check it out. We do have our limited edition breast cancer awareness t-shirts and sweatshirts that are readily available right now. Obviously, it is special edition and limited only for this month. So go grab yourself a hoodie or a tee. And I am actually autographing or signing every single last one that is ordered from all of you. So please go check out thepascalshowmerch.com and just get yourself some Pascal Show swag. Okay. And there's other stuff out there too. We have other t-shirts and all that as well. So go check it out. Other designs and all that stuff too. So check it out, please. Okay. Let me see if we got this really quick before I wrap up the show. I have not gotten it yet, but I'm trying to see if I can find. Maybe I can find it myself. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to see if I can find it because I know that Queen Bee said that she was working, and I don't blame her. Let her make that shmoney, right? But I'm going to see if I can find it myself real quick. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Personally, I'm not seeing. Nope. Well, and we don't have her yet. Like I said, I'm just waiting for something, but I haven't received anything. That sucks. Because I got to start wrapping up this show, unfortunately. But that sucks. Because I'd love to just nip it all in the bud right now. But anyway, looks like I'm gonna have to wrap up the show because I hate silence, right? I hate just having nothing. But I was hoping that there was going to be that interview or that piece that we can use. I'm gonna see if I can maybe she sent it in another place. I'm trying to see if that's the possibility. But real quick, guys, if you haven't done it yet, I'm sorry, but I'll say it right now. I have to, unfortunately. Please go and obviously hit that like button down below. But also, please follow me on Instagram. Okay, the Pascal Show, one word, and of course, follow me on Twitter. All right, I'm trying to bulk up both those platforms right now as we speak. So if you prefer Twitter, then join my Twitter, right? Or if you are more of an Instagram person and like to see funny videos and photos and stuff like that, and me throwing up little things and questionnaires and everything, please go to the Pascal Show, one word or the Pascal Show, one word on Instagram, and follow me on Instagram. That would really mean a lot to me as well. I was looking to see if there was maybe she DM'd it to me on a platform, on one of the other platforms, and I don't see anything as of yet. I was hoping to see it before we jump off, but unfortunately it looks like I need to wrap up the show. So sorry, I'm reading you guys' comments and everything. So that's it, guys, for today. Unfortunately, I was hoping that we were going to get that little piece from Queen Bee, because I'd like to hear it from the horse's mouth itself. But if I do get it, then I'll probably throw it up on another video, on another show, and we will talk about it then, of course. But it is what it is, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So Brown Girl Bella, hello, first timer coming onto the show. Thank you so much for being on here and checking out the show. I'm trying to find your comment, but it disappeared. But Fairy Girl, thank you so much. She says, thanks, Pascal. Much love. Blessings of peace. All. Thank you. Yes, blessings to all you guys as well. And like I said, hey, if you have time and want to follow this show a little bit more, you know, and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes and all the craziness of that on Instagram, The Pascal Show, one word, or you can follow me on Twitter, and that's The Pascal Show, one word as well. So there it is. Brown girl Bella, thank you so much for being on. Thank you, sweetheart. She says, first time here, host The Pascal Show. Thank you so much for being on. I do appreciate all you guys for being here. Here it is. I want you guys to have a wonderful and safe weekend because it is the weekend. It is Halloween weekend too. So I'm going to say this before we officially bounce out. All right. Please, for anyone who's going to be going out, kicking it, living in life like it's golden, burning the candle at both ends or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know what it's called. But anyway, pushing it to the limit. Please, if you're going to do that stuff, please do it responsibly. Please get yourself a DD. All right. That means designated driver. Please. Or just get you an Uber or a Lyft. Or you know what? There's a thing called a taxi. Those old things. A cab. Get yourself one. All right. If you're going to dress up like an asshole and run around drinking like an asshole, let's not go home trying to drive home like an asshole. Does that make sense? So please drink responsibly. Get yourself home in one piece. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Shoot, I'm sure you got your grandma or your mama or your baby mama or your baby daddy. They might be side-eyeing you the entire drive home, but at least you asked. You feel me? Okay. Happiest of Halloween to all of you guys. Make sure it's an amazing one. Eat a whole bunch of candy. All right. So much that you get the diabetes. All right. And I'll be seeing you guys this weekend. I will be on tomorrow afternoon to have some fun with you guys and do some light work. Okay. Some light work, some light Halloween work. I'm really looking forward to it, y'all. Okay. And I got some stuff for you for that ass tomorrow too. I'm very excited. I can't tell it to you because it's going to be a surprise. Okay. But anyway, guys, I love all y'all. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to crush that subscribe button. I know. Go check out that merch when you get some time. Like I said, there's only a few more days until the breast cancer awareness t-shirts and hoodies are gone. They will never exist ever again. Okay. So please go order those. Support this show. Support this channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or if there's something that's popping off between now and tomorrow, you know you're going to see this ass on the show. You know I'm going to be on acting a damn fool. Okay. Anyway, much love to you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. And if I don't see you guys, for those of y'all who aren't going to be on tomorrow, happy Halloween one last time. Be safe out there. Okay, guys? This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.